Law school in the Philippines. You've seen it in the movies, right? The prestige, the sharp suits, that shiny attorney title. But let's be real, that's just the highlight reel. What they don't tell you is what happens behind the curtain, and today we're pulling that curtain all the way back.
So that brings us to the big question, doesn't it? Is all that perceived prestige really worth the actual price you have to pay? And I'm not just talking about money. We're going to break down the real cost versus the real reward.
All right, let's tackle the first and biggest myth of them all, the idea of instant prestige. You know, the belief that the second you get that acceptance letter, you're suddenly this respected, future legal eagle. Well, here's your reality check. You might walk in expecting admiration, but what you get, especially in that first year, feels a lot more like being a human punching bag. The whole system, you'll find, is designed to be one thing above all else: incredibly humbling. Yeah, that whole esteemed future lawyer thing, that's gonna have to wait a long, long time. The truth is, you're a first-year student completely lost, sitting in a room filled with other brilliant, completely lost people. Everyone's just trying to survive. And it's not just your ego that takes a hit. Let's talk about the real price tag of this journey, because it goes way beyond what you'll see on a tuition bill. We're diving into the financial and emotional costs. Okay, just think about how this all piles up. You've got your tuition, sure, then add on the insanely expensive books and codals, then come the mountains, and I mean mountains, of photocopies. Plus, you still have to eat and live. And the real kicker? You're doing all of this while earning absolutely zero income.
So you have to ask yourself, and you have to be honest, are you really ready for this marathon? Because it is a marathon, not a sprint. This relentless pressure, both financial and emotional, is one of the biggest reasons so many people just can't finish the race.
And that pressure, it doesn't just stay in your wallet. It bleeds into everything, turning your mind into a constant battleground. This is the part almost nobody talks about openly, the very real toll it takes on your mental health. We're talking about a grind that never stops. Nights where you don't sleep because you're drowning in case digests. That pit in your stomach anxiety every single time you walk into a classroom. And that little voice in your head constantly whispering about the possibility of failure. It's a lot. And if you've ever been a law student, you know this chant. It's the silent prayer on everyone's lips when the professor scans the room, deciding who's next for recitation. Please don't call me. Please don't call me. That says it all, doesn't it? The crazy part is, the culture often expects you to just be tough, to never show a crack in the armor. You'll definitely have moments where you question everything, asking, is this even worth it? So listen to me. It is absolutely okay to struggle, and it is crucial to ask for help. All right, let's shift gears and talk about the end game, success. There's this common idea that just getting into a big-name law school is your golden ticket. But we really need to redefine what success actually looks like here. Because there is one moment, one single test, that is the great equalizer for everyone. And that's the bar exam. It doesn't care if you went to the best school in the country or a small college nobody's heard of. When you're in that room, your school's fancy name isn't answering those questions. Only you are. And hey, even after you pass, don't expect to be rolling in cash right away. That's another myth. Success as a new lawyer is a long, hard hustle. It's about building a reputation from the ground up, often with a pretty modest starting salary. It is definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme. So after hearing all of that, the humbling, the cost, the anxiety, you have to be wondering, why on earth would anyone do this? Well, it's because something else is happening underneath all that struggle, a real transformation. You see, the process forges you in fire. It builds a kind of resilience you never knew you had. It teaches you a level of discipline that feels almost superhuman. And somewhere along the way, through all that pain, you start to find a real, genuine purpose. And that's the real secret of law school. The true reward isn't the fancy title or the prestige. It's the person you have to become in order to survive the journey. That's the prize. So, if you can look past all of it, the brutal nights, the empty bank account, the crushing self-doubt, you might just find that this was never about a career in the first place. For the ones who make it, it's a calling. So the only question left is, are you ready to answer it?